Big D Entertainment, in association with Dipsy Doodle Productions, presents The Dave Holly Hour. Brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Phil's Pub. Phil's, your local dive with music for the people. Chaser's Food and Spirits. Excel Chiropractic, and Quality Nails. The Dave Holly Hour features Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment Conversations. A true lover of arts, entertainment, good food, and fun times, including an occasional Jack Daniels. Okay, so a few Jack Daniels. Here he is, Dave Holly.
Thank you, Zach Dresch. Masterfully done intro once again. Welcome all to a star-powered show this week. Now, I'm not sure if it's the first time it's happened, but if nothing else, it's the first time I've thought of it. Everyone on today's show is a Sioux Falls Stage Award winner. First, we're going to hear from Nancy Tapken and first-time guest Valerie Marsh about Theater Lab's production of The Half-Life of Marie Curie, slated for next weekend. Then later in the show, we bring back old Hollywood with Frank Sinatra and Judy Garland. Patrick Simonsen takes on the dual roles of two icons in a one-person show this weekend.
Honey, look at this!
Unbelievable!
Yeah! Yummy!
I know!
That'd be fantastic. You know what I'm talking about. Dave's Fave!
This week's honor for a Dave's Fave goes to one of my favorite local shops that I do business with, thanks to a friend referring them to me. Now I'm referring them to you as well. Mid-States Branding on 8th Street in Sioux Falls. Now, years ago, I sold clothing many moons ago, and one of my favorite things to mention and talk about was the word value. I've only used Mid-States for my embroidery for not only my Dave Holly Hour apparel, but all of my Big D Entertainment branches apparel. They provide quality and still maintain great price points. Those two together make Mid-States the best value in town. Check them out. Want to know who and what else I favor? Go to the Dave's Faves page on the show website, DaveHollyHour.com. By the way, don't forget to join us Monday nights at Chasers, West 12th and Ellis Road. Stop in for great food, great beverages, and fun times. Monday nights at 7, we play Dave Holly Hour Trivia, 7 fun rounds, and great prices. This Monday, August 24th, the theme will be peaches and waffles. Honorable mention. It was such a privilege to once again MC the Fellowship Jazz Center Orchestra concert last Thursday. Making it even more special was being outside on what ended up being a beautiful evening at the Levitt, and the big band sound coming from that big stage and the lights as the sun was going down. Great night. Bonus feature, special guest jazz vocalist Alyssa Allgood from Chicago. Feel like her last name should really be Allgreat. She is a force as a vocalist in the jazz scene nationwide. Thank you, FJCO, for being such a force in the Sioux Falls jazz scene. Later in the show, Patrick Simonsen. In just a minute or two, Nancy Tapken and Valerie Marsh. On the Dave Holly Hour, 3 nights of Sting, a rising star from The Voice, and a monthly blues tradition. Trio Jazz Club has a week of live music you won't want to miss. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Hegg Brothers return with 6 performances, celebrating the music of Sting, featuring an incredible 7-piece lineup, plus Andrea Ross on vocals. Tuesday, welcome singer-songwriter Jocelyn Rose to the trio stage from The Voice Season 24. Then Wednesday, get ready for the monthly Blues Jam with the Jesse Christian Band. Great music, incredible musicians, and 3 very different ways to experience Trio Jazz Club this week. Get your tickets at triojazzclub.com.
Dr. Perry Langston and Dr. Corey Tooney know excellence is in you. That's why they provide you with excellent care at XO Chiropractic, improving your overall health in spirit, body, mind, and will. Get results the natural way. Arrange a consultation, 605-332-9235 or exokairos.com. Excellent care for excellent people. XO Chiropractic, located at 4309 South Racket Drive in Sioux Falls.
Walking through the entryway of Phil's Pub, you can't help but notice the show pics and posters from the heyday of live bands in Sioux Falls. Phil's is back. They're on their way to reestablishing their iconic live music venue status. Come on into Phil's for a great local brew. You might just find yourself seeing some of the performers in those pictures, and a very good chance you'll see new acts that will end up being in pictures too. Phil's Pub, your local dive, with music for the people. Follow them on Facebook and other socials. Keep up to date with who's playing at the pub each week here on the Dave Holly Hour.
It's the podcast that creatives in the Sioux Empire listen to so they can learn more about other creatives. It's the Dave Holly Hour.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, I love talking about Sioux Empire arts and entertainment, and it's always a pleasure to have a returning guest, and it's always a pleasure to have a new guest. We get one of each today. How about that? Returning from Theater Lab, Nancy Tapken. How are you, dear?
Very good. How are you?
You know the answer. I'm better anytime I see you.
Yes?
Yes. Valerie Marsh, welcome.
Thank you.
Great to have you along. And you have jumped into the realm of Theater Lab.
Yes.
Yes. And you've got a production coming up next weekend, the 27th, 28th, correct?
And 29th, yeah.
And 29th,
Thursday, Friday,
27, 28,
Yep.
29. And it is the half-life of Marie Curie. Now, this is autobiographical, or not autobiographical, but it is biographical of her, yes.
Yeah.
So tell us, for those, I've heard a little bit of the story, but how would you describe Marie Curie, first of all, and then what makes this play the half-life?
Well, I'm going to let Valerie take that because Valerie's actually playing Marie.
Okay.
I'm playing her friend Herta, but
All
I'll
right.
let Valerie talk about what makes Marie tick.
Okay. So the play takes place mostly from about 1911 to 1914. It's a period of time in Marie's life after her husband Pierre has died. He died in 1906. And so it's a unique part of her life where she has an affair with a scientist, a physicist named Paul Langevin. And of course, the media gets a hold of this. And she is just kind of hitting the bottom of the barrel, rock bottom, I should say, because the media, or what we would say the media today, but the French press back then, was hounding her, and just she couldn't even leave her house.
Yeah.
So her friend Herta Ayrton, who was a British electromechanical engineer and suffragist who lives in England, comes from England to Sceaux in France, near Paris, to help her friend, who's really just kind of depressed and anxious about this whole event. So that's kind of a summation, basic summation.
Yeah,
of what happens.
Right.
And the play mostly happens during one summer that Marie comes to Herta's house and by the shore. And most of the play is centered in that summer that they spend together and trying to rejuvenate Marie and like bring her back to life, you know, so to speak, bring her back to herself. So that's most of the play.
Yeah, you know, and now when we think of someone in the forefront of the news having an affair,
Right.
it comes up in the news and that's about it.
Right.
Back then, that would have been, boy, they hit it hard.
Well, they hit the women hard. They didn't hit the men so hard,
Oh,
which
true.
that has not changed all that much. So, yeah, the women got a real bad rap. The men, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marie definitely did.
All right. So what sorts things did you pick up on this then, Valerie, that you wanted to actually make sure got out in this character then when you were studying?
Oh boy, that's interesting. because Marie publicly would have been very reserved, I think, in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And so this play, I think Lauren Gunderson takes some artistic liberties.
Oh, yeah.
To make her, she's this very drama queen in a way with her emotions in this. But it's a play, you have to have conflict and make it. But it's been so interesting to read about Marie Curie. I've read a few biographies, one by her daughter, Eve Curie.
Wow.
She wrote an entire biography about her mother. And
flattering or not? Or
good.
Or
yes,
truthful?
Very positive. Truthful.
Okay.
But interestingly, she never mentions the affair in the biography.
Oh,
and I
wow.
thought that was so interesting.
And when would the daughter have written this then?
She would have written it after Marie's death. Marie died in 1934. And then the book was published in the late 30s after that.
Wow.
So, yeah, I thought that's intriguing.
Yes, it is.
But in the
She was
course
trying
of
to
that
protect
amazing
her
life,
mother.
And in the course of that amazing life, that does fall to the bottom, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what was the amazing life part?
The half-life?
The half-life.
Half-life.
Yes.
So the half-life is kind of the shedding of an element to the point where it becomes something more other than what it originally was.
Or what people knew of her prior.
Yeah. And so Marie kind of has her own shedding of her old self.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of gets to Herta's place in England by going by her old name, Skłodowska, her Polish name, secretly gets to England, traveling at night, using an alias.
Incognito.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of her shedding that, getting over that period of her life where she was so attacked by the French press and coming back to be something.
Yeah, a rebirth, a bit of a rebirth. Yep.
Than she was before.
Did the worldwide press hit her hard too? Or just primarily the French?
I think that, it was known internationally.
It was.
Yeah.
But I think it was the French press that primarily went after her. Yeah.
So Nancy, tell us about your part, and then I also want to get into your part as, being the head of Theater Lab as to what made you say this is the play that we have to put on.
Yeah, well, I have been trying to bring this show to the stage since 2022, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, but I have come to realize that when things don't necessarily fall into place the way you thought they might, take a step back, because when it suddenly does start aligning and the right people and the right places and the right things start coming together, well, then you're kind of like, oh, yeah, this is the way it was always meant to be. So it didn't happen, all those times for a reason, because this is actually the way that it was meant to happen all along. Yeah.
So what about your character?
So my character is Herta. She has been a longtime friend of Marie's. They're both in the science world. They're both females. They're both, at the cutting edge of their fields. Herta's much more gregarious and I'll say confident. Maybe that's not the right word, but much more confident and gregarious than Marie is. And she really, again, saving is kind of the word in my mind, but she really is intent to take Marie under her wings, recuperate her, rejuvenate her, provide the environment where Marie can come back to herself. And Marie has so much more to do, in the world. And I think Herta really wants to see Marie do all the other things that she's going to do. This is not the end of Marie's story. And Herta's really firm about making sure it's not.
So how much did you know about Herta?
Not much.
Did you research a lot?
Yeah,
or?
I always Google and I always research. But it's not hard at all to step into the shoes of a female friendship. Yeah, Valerie and I are friends anyway, but it's not hard at all, I don't think, to step into those shoes and imagine what it could have looked like. So, but yeah, I always do research.
So who else is in the play?
That's it. You're looking at it.
The entire cast is in the room.
Yep.
What a deal.
I will say the third person who is not here, who should be, and who is this play could not happen without him, is Randy Rood.
Oh.
Yeah. He's
a master in everything, isn't he?
irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Truly irreplaceable.
Give me lights over here, give me sound here.
Yeah. And this play is the most technically challenging play that Theater Lab will do to date.
Really?
Yeah.
For a two-person cast?
Yep. It's very technical. It has a lot of technical elements. Like Randy's even thinking about bringing in a number 2 to help him run everything. The sound cues. And we're going to be at Ballerina, which is going to be
That's right.
super
Oh,
cool. They've got that black box theater. And they've got a big projection screen. So we're using the projection screen. So there's a lot of projections.
Right.
There's a lot of sound effects. So the audience really, as with anything, like the audience really has to come and step into the world and leave their, what they think they might know outside.
Yeah, because that's what I'm sitting there thinking as an audience member before bringing you two in here to talk about the play is that, oh, yeah, she had something to do with radiology that led to x-rays or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what everybody's going to find out when they Google.
Yep.
Yeah, and so is it interesting to either of you that you've got somebody that would have been high up in that regard, and you're not talking about that, you're talking about everything else that happened in her life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That has to be a challenge at the same time, though, doesn't it?
Sure. We do go into the science a little bit.
Yeah.
She had won a Nobel Prize with her husband and Henri Becquerel in 1903 for I think it was a physics Nobel Prize. And then it was like around 1911 that she won a second one on her own.
In her own right.
Twice.
Yeah.
She won 2 Nobel Prizes. The second one was for the discovery of radium and polonium.
And at the time, you were only the second woman
yeah.
2 Nobel Prizes. Yeah.
And it was in chemistry, so 2 different fields. First one in physics, the second one in chemistry. So all that is brought up. So anybody who's science savvy and will appreciate that. Because
It's a really good combo of history and fun and friendship and sisterhood. Like it's a really good combo of all those things.
Right.
It's generally, it's got a lot of light notes, but it also has some really dramatic notes. And yeah, it's a really good mix. Yeah, which is kind of why I fell in love with it right away.
So what led to the affair?
Whatever leads to an affair, Dave.
Because she was widowed already, right?
She was widowed.
Yeah.
So Pierre died. It was a tragic accident. He was hit by a horse-drawn wagon, and the back wheel of the wagon crushed his cranium. It was awful, but he died instantly. And that was in 1906. And then this Paul Langevin was one of Pierre's students. So he was younger.
And a rascal.
Yes. So I think Nancy and I have talked about this. It was kind of this aberration or just some kind of unusual that Marie, who was this smart woman, just had this, we become foolish about love, right?
Yep.
Sure.
And so she became foolish about love and fell for this former student of her husband and had this affair, I'm sure out of loneliness. She was raising 2 daughters by herself and,
life happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
So when it comes to Theater Lab, what is it that you enjoy being in this, not just this play, but being a part of Theater Lab?
Oh, well, it's exciting to be in a Theater Lab show. I've seen their past plays and have really been pulled in watching. So it's just a joy to work with Nancy and Randy and work on a Lauren Gunderson play. And I think it was a script that I think we had started talking about the script.
And I think you liked it right away too. Yeah?
I did.
Yeah.
We had talked about a different one, The Roommate by Jan Silverman. Which is also a 2-woman play. And then Nancy was like, well, why don't you read this one? See what you think of it. And I was like, oh, this is
so
awesome.
Beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. So dreamy and just
so a little different than what Theater Lab's done in the past. It's a little bit of a
I'm looking forward to that for this particular reason then. And also just the fact that, Nancy, you always like to bring something different. You're not going to be, people are not going to be coming to you to see any Neil Simon program.
Probably not.
Yeah,
probably
not there. Okay, too bad because I still have a lot of lines memorized from that one. But you're right, Valerie. She is great to work with. There is no doubt about that. And it's always so fun to see her on stage. And I've seen you on stage many times as well. Finally, get an opportunity to talk to you a little bit and find out more about what got you to this point. So let's do a little bit of the biography part on you. When did you get interested in theater?
Boy, I was always kind of a shy kid, and I grew up in a rural community, Scandia, Minnesota, home of the first Swedish settlers in Minnesota. But yeah, lived very rural community, didn't have much access to the arts. And so I think it was in junior high, middle school that I started doing plays and realizing, oh, wow, I can come out of my introverted state and just be somebody else for a while, and I'll know exactly what to say.
Yeah.
Just have to
does that help you in this particular role, having been an introvert and then getting on stage to shed? Because that's what the word you used earlier about she is shedding this.
Yes,
yeah.
I can shed my introverted self.
Yeah. Do you remember the first role that you had?
Oh gosh. I think I was, in middle school. Snowy White and the Seven Chicks, was that the name of the play? It was some goofy one-act play that we did in middle school. And I don't remember the name of the role. Mm-hmm. But
what's been the favorite that you've played?
Favorite role?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that's hard. This has been really artistically rewarding. To do this 2-woman play is huge.
But you have done a 2-person play before.
I've done a couple 2-person plays, before. Oh, there's always something that I enjoy about, I'm not going to say every play that I've been in, but there's always something that is just lovable about the part or the play or the people or.
Well, I think you have to find that. Like you have to be your character's champion in everything, even if you don't necessarily agree with them. Like for that moment in time, like you have to be their champion and really have to love them. Yeah.
All right. What about a role you would love to play?
So. And I think I've talked to Nancy about this. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf by Edward Albee. I would love to be Martha. She's feisty. I like her.
That is a great play.
That is a great play. August Osage County by Tracy Letts would be great. Shakespeare. I always love Shakespeare. Yeah. Lots of good plays out there.
That there are.
It's fun to read the new ones
and revisit the old ones like the Bard himself. No doubt about that. Nancy, what else? I know you've got a more of a season packed already.
We do. I don't normally announce a whole season up front, but I am so excited about this one that I went for it and I announced it already. So the season overall is much lighter than we normally do. So we're also stepping it up to 3 shows this year. We've been at 2 the last couple of years, but we're going for 3 this year. So Marie Curie first, and then after that, we have a Pinter play coming up, which is Betrayal. That one's already cast. We'll announce it once Curie is done. But the cast is surprising in some ways, and I am surprising in the best ways, some of it. I don't think people will expect who's in the cast for the most part. And then in January, we're doing Doll's House Part 2. So it's not the original, sequel. And it's super interesting. Like they're in period dress, but most everything else about them is modern. So the playwright treated it really interestingly. And that show has a rock star cast. So I'm pretty stoked. So I was just excited about the whole season. Cast. So I'm like, let's put it out
excited to get you back here in the studio in a week and a half then.
There you go. Yeah.
So Nancy, tell us who's in Betrayal.
So Jesse's directing Betrayal and Jesse's directing both of the next 2. Yeah. And then also I will say, that would be the
award-winning, and you're an award.
The award, and Valerie's an award.
Yes, right. And so am I.
Yep, there you go. And so are you. So even though all the shows that we do are small, like this cast is only 2, Betrayal's only 3, Doll's House is only 4. But all that said, 80% of the actors on stage this season are new to Theater Lab. So that's pretty exciting.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I'm finding that in the other, the smaller companies too. A lot of new people getting involved in everything. And that's just got to
Not new always, but new to Theater Lab.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but in general, I think as well. And, I think of that because I'm very close to those that work in the Fellowship Jazz Center Orchestra. Yep. And
because you do announcing for them, is that right?
Yeah. I am their host.
Yeah.
For the shows and so forth. And also in November, I'm going to be a storyteller as well.
For Fellowship?
Whoa.
For Fellowship, yeah. It's going to be, they're going to be scoring music to everybody's stories that they have.
Oh my gosh, what a great idea.
Yeah. So very much looking forward to that.
I love all that original, unique stuff.
Yeah. And, that's the other thing is because you pull out a lot of things. I already mentioned it, that you're not going to have the mainstays of playwrights. You're going to have new, or you're going to have people that the theater world knows about in a great way. But the average theater goer in a small town doesn't necessarily.
Yep. So we do have some new playwrights. I mean, Lauren Gunnarson's a good example of that. But I also do hit up the Pulitzer list quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And that's always one of my first go-tos. Not that I'll end up there, but yeah, I'm very interested in a lot of those Pulitzer Prize-winning, Pulitzer-nominated shows that, you may have heard of, but Sioux Falls has never actually put on stage. Yeah.
And where would you put Theater Lab at this point compared to when you started it?
I would put it on rocket fuel.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, especially because Jesse joined our board. I don't know if you know that.
I did not, no.
Yeah. So again, we're a small, I don't want to exaggerate. We're a small, tiny little outfit, but going from 2 shows to 3 is huge. I mean, that's 50% increase for a tiny little company. Jesse is on our board of directors now. So I'm really, he's one of my favorites to collaborate with. So I'm really excited to see what we do together. And, I've pretty much know what we're going to do out to 2030, if I'm honest. Wow. Yeah, but Jesse might, have some different ideas, right? Other board members might bring different ideas, but within reason. I pretty much know what we're going to do through 2030.
All right. So. You've been here before, so you're going to get a different question. But Valerie's first time, she gets the usual question that sometimes becomes 2, maybe even 3.
Oh, boy.
All right. Because some people will take the first question and they'll put their hobbies in there. But when you're not part of the arts and entertainment scene, what do you like to be entertained by?
Movies. Books. Playing piano.
Really?
I play piano.
Oh.
She plays piano for this show. There's some of her recording in the show.
Oh,
wow.
I hope it's okay. Randy may need a second take on that one. Let's see. What else do I like to be entertained by? Going to other theaters and seeing, and even outside of this community to see what people are doing at the Guthrie or down at the Shakespeare Festival or whatever. I would say that.
So now, because you answered it properly, I always intended people to, any other hobbies?
Any other hobbies? I live out in the country, so I like taking care of my cats and dog, and we have cows, actually. We have Hereford cattle in our place. I don't have a lot to do with them. It's not my husband's thing. But I like living in the country. And other hobbies. Oh, gosh, I'm kind of running.
No problem. Well, certainly it's been great to get to know you a little bit more.
I know you too.
Yeah, and so Nancy, of course, you've answered those and a few others. The latest that I'm asking now is, what would be the title of your autobiography?
Oh, crap. That is not the title.
That one's already been taken.
That is not the title. Is it already taken?
Oh, crap? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, for goodness sake. You got to text me this ahead of time.
That takes away the fun of it, though.
The fun for you. I don't know. I'll say we did cool stuff.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that for a title. We did cool stuff. All right. Nancy Tapken, Valerie Marsh. It's Theater Lab. The Half-Life of Marie Curie coming up next weekend. And at the Ballerina
Studio.
Ticket prices?
$20, and they're always available on Eventbrite, or you can get them at the door.
All right, fantastic. What time's curtain?
7:30.
7:30 each night.
Yep, and if you haven't seen that space at Ballerina,
It's
highly
lovely.
recommend.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Seen already quite a few shows in just the short amount of time they've had in there. All right, but thank you both so much. Greatly appreciate you having the time to be on the show today.
Thanks for having
I appreciate
us.
it so much.
And we'll be back with more of the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment.
Ladies, when it's time to give your nails some love, get that extra special treatment from Quality Nails in Sioux Falls. Manicures and pedicures that look great and make you feel fantastic. Zaya and Tony don't simply provide the service, they provide professional care for your hands and feet, whether you just want the basics or you're looking for an extra special look with added flair. Oh, and guys, it's okay to treat yourself too. Quality Nails on Minnesota Avenue. Call for an appointment, 605-334-1463. Walk-ins welcome.
Trio Jazz Club is an intimate music venue in the heart of Sioux Falls. It's family-owned and family-run. Ricardo and Mary Beth and the entire staff provide the art of hospitality, while the best local and regional musicians provide the smooth sounds. It's a great vibe with live music Tuesday through Saturday nights. The chefs and mixologists offer an amazing menu and beer and wine lists. Cocktails as smooth as the jazz. Join the club, Trio Jazz Club, across from the Washington Pavilion. Enter as friends, leave as family.
The Dave Holly Hour, like eavesdropping on a great conversation between two very interesting people.
Welcome back, everyone. You know, this is episode number 333. Well, I still have vinyl. Actually, I had gotten rid of all my vinyl. I had to start collecting it once again now. But I love an LP, 33 and a third. So episode 333, we're calling it Just for the Record. And talk about two people that put out some amazing records throughout their career, Frank Sinatra and Judy Garland, and here as their representative, Patrick Simonsen. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having
I've heard
me.
that about you. Yeah. I'll ask people around, hey, what about this Patrick Simonsen? Wonderful.
Oh, that is too sweet.
And I am looking forward to a wonderful show this weekend. Where do we start? Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, icons of American music. As you can tell, I favor one right behind me there.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Mr.
And,
Frank Sinatra right behind me.
And so what made you come up with, well, first of all, let's give people the lowdown on the gig that you're doing. It's going to be called Fly Me Over the Rainbow.
Yes, yes.
To combine the two songs. All right.
Two of their most iconic songs.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, where and when?
It'll be at Myrtle's Speakeasy. So at, the Myrtle's Fur Vault down below.
Down below.
On the 21st.
Intimate little venue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, their cocktails are just top notch.
That
Food
they are.
is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so good.
Yeah.
22nd is currently at Rock Island Studio with Premier Playhouse.
Right. Awesome. What brought this project about?
Well, I mean, I had always thought of, as a kid, let's go way back.
Yeah.
Of course, loved The Wizard of Oz as a kid. I mean, I have a tattoo for it on my body. Like it's a whole thing. I, of course, love all the different iterations of it. But as a kid, watching Judy Garland sing those first few words, somewhere over the rainbow, it just automatically had me hooked. As soon as I was able to get a computer and sort of do a deep dive, it was nonstop. Like
we're plunging in.
Yes, watching her personal television show, her different movies she was in, the different voice acting gigs she did, and just watching different films about her life, reading different things about her life. She was really the catalyst for my love for old Hollywood and those sort of soulful crooner vibes. So I would just sing along with her and kind of like try to emulate the sort of way she sang. I kind of did that a lot.
And what age is this then?
Ooh, probably like 7.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very, very young. Acting out The Wizard of Oz, of course, and as a kid in my room. But really, somehow at that age, I was just enamored by the way her vowels were and her vibrato and the way she just like exuded what she was trying to say and act. I guess I didn't know at that time, but she was truly acting through those songs, even if they were like standalone. She's singing them for her TV show. She still is so emotive and isn't afraid to just be big. And even with her gestures, she isn't afraid to take up space. And then she really sort of introduced me to Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin. She was the catalyst for my love of those people. Marilyn Monroe. They all have these crazy connections too that I kind of mention in the show. And then really diving deep into Frank, like especially when I was in college.
That's a lot to dive into.
Oh, yeah. a lot of life. Yeah.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah. So still really working on that Italian sort of New Jersey accent.
Yeah.
But just like the way he phrases words in his songs, he really pays attention to the breath and where it goes and where it's important and where it tells the story. And of course, old blue eyes. I have blue eyes, so I already...
You got lucky on that part, didn't you?
I automatically was like, oh, I have that connection to him. And they have had a great friendship, Judy Garland and Frank Sinatra. So I just felt it was very natural that they would do a show together. Yeah. And I think it's something that Sioux Falls has seen before, but not in a context like this, where a person is playing 2 parts.
So who's coming out on stage first?
Frank Sinatra will be first.
You gonna wear a tuxedo?
I sure am.
Are your Mary Jane's going to be biting you? Ooh, have you ever heard that?
I have not, but...
Okay, there is an album, Sinatra at the Sands. It was recorded in 1965.
In Las Vegas.
Yes.
I listened to that when I was in Las Vegas, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's great stuff.
I was, of course, taking a shower and I was like, I want to get into the old, like, old vibe.
Chicago,
yes.
Or not Chicago, but the old world of Vegas.
Yeah.
And he does a little monologue at one point, and he's looking down apparently at the audience, because I only have the audio, I don't have a video of it. And he says, "My Mary Jane's been biting me." and so I was just wondering if
it'll
that
probably be me.
All right, so go ahead and use that now that you know about it.
I'll credit you.
True.
I'll credit you.
I think the shoes for Judy might even be a little bit more difficult, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So how many songs is Frank going to sing?
Roughly about 6 or 7.
Okay.
I'm still toying with some fun ideas to incorporate. I don't want to give too much away, but like different aspects that we may have not heard Frank sing before.
Oh, because there's a lot.
There is a lot.
You go back to those early days when he was traveling with big bands.
He was pumping them out.
Yeah, he was, no doubt about it. So then Judy will get what total on stage then?
About the same.
Okay.
The fun part is getting to play both those parts, getting to kind of reference each other.
Right.
In each parts of the show. Frank's part getting to mention, I'm getting to open for Judy Garland. Who would have thought at this ripe age,
right.
Like I'd still be opening, But, and then getting a sort of built into the show is going to be a 30 to 45 minute intermission where I will be getting into the full Judy Garland experience. But yeah.
Okay, so then what if there's an encore?
Ooh. For Frank or for Judy?
Oh, so there could be separate encores.
Could be.
I like this. I like this. I like this. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to what songs you choose. May I ask if perhaps Frank sings "Luck Be a Lady"?
Ooh, that is a contender on the list.
Okay, you're going to tease
just
on
a
this.
little tease.
All
No
right.
exclusives for the Dave Holland
Oh,
show.
man. Here I thought I was the in.
We'll see. I definitely will be touching on their most famous works, but I do love sort of some of the songs that kind of maybe people have heard other people sing, but
didn't realize that Frank was there first.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's so many of them too. Wow. I mean, just I mean, if you have Apple or whatever you use, Spotify, just put in Frank Sinatra.
That's my favorite
songs.
thing to do. Yeah, they have a Frank Sinatra Essentials on Apple Music. And Judy Garland too. It's what I listen to on repeat every day.
And I think what's going to be interesting that is for you when you get into being Judy Garland then is how many people are really going to be going, oh, you mean there was more than Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Her story is definitely different than Frank's, especially sort of the ending of her story. I like to say story instead of life because that kind of has
their stories
start
continue
and end. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're legends for a reason. But Judy, as a woman in Hollywood at that time, being commented on your body, how you look. I mean, we see that today, like with current stars. We have this fixation on, I need them to know how I feel about them, which Judy loved in performance. You know, the applause, the people getting to be in the space with her that love her and want her to succeed. I mean, we all want that as performers, like a space where everyone is rooting for you as an audience member too, is really nice.
Did you watch some of the other people that have performed as Frank and as Judy?
A little bit.
Especially thinking like Renee Zellweger.
Yes, that movie is stunning.
Yes, it is.
Especially
top notch.
Yes, especially the way she approached the role of Judy Garland.
Yeah.
She wanted it to, and especially the director, he wanted it to be, you still see parts of Renee in there because, I mean, she is a Hollywood star. Like, there's obviously going to be parallels between it. But yeah, I think that's what really inspired me from her performance with it.
What did you learn in your deep dives about each of these?
Possibly my favorite, it's a little bit of a sad favorite sort of fact, but at the end of Judy Garland's life, she was performing and was barely making ends meet. She didn't really have too much money towards the end of her life. Whenever she would do a concert or a TV show, the IRS would basically take all of her money. So when she passed away, there was really no money for her funeral. So Frank Sinatra actually paid for her funeral. It's a really, and I didn't even really know that fact until really deep diving into it for the show. And it felt very full circle, and it really made me emotional in the moment too.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've read a lot about Frank in terms of some of the generosity that he had and so much of it being little known. You know, he wasn't out there to say, hey, look at me, I'm Frank Sinatra and I can do this for people.
Yeah.
It was a lot of truly heartfelt, I'm taking care of a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's just amazing. What's it been like? So you're going to come out as Frank and then you're going to come out later after a lengthy intermission, but that'd be a great time to have more drinks and some more food.
Yeah.
And so then when you come out as Judy, what's the preparation for you to go from one character to the other?
So I've really been deep diving as an actor. I even kind of do this with characters, like figuring out what type of drinks they drink and their lifestyle looks
Jack Daniel.
Exactly. And really just having all of the pieces fully ready to go so that when I do transform with the makeup, the hair,
Right. The production side of it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot to juggle, but it's what fuels my fire, I would say.
Mhm.
I love being behind the table for theatrical productions. I love being on stage. So getting to co-produce this with Oliver, really getting to just like create something completely that is completely like my heart
Right.
on stage.
Yeah.
So
Well, most recently, your dear friend and mutual friend of ours, in fact, I'm calling her a friend of the show.
of course,
Yeah.
Yes.
And she and my wife have girl crushes on each other.
Of course.
Yes. But Casey Schultz did Adele, An Evening
Yes.
with Adele.
Yes.
Did you both kind of have the ideas to be doing these types of shows at the same time?
It was kind of crazy how it happened. I've had this idea for a couple years now. I actually was talking to Alex Newcomb Wyland when she did her Patsy Cline show, which
phenomenal.
I know.
Yes.
Patsy Cline is another huge inspiration.
I
for me.
closed my eyes at that show, and it wasn't just like, oh, here's Alex portraying Patsy Cline. It was I'm experiencing a show of Patsy Cline's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And just the way she
Approached
performed
it.
exactly and approached the character per se of Patsy Cline was really inspirational. But when she had mentioned to me that she kind of wanted to do that, we were actually singing Happy Days, Come On Get Happy with Barbara Streisand, Judy Garland version. And I kind of had the idea, and I was like, well, I would love to do something kind of like that, but maybe it's like a Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland sort of idea. And she was like, that's amazing. You should totally do that. And then I kind of put it on the back burner. There was so many other things going on in my life. And then Casey had brought up, I kind of want to do a night with Adele. And I was like, I have been toying with this idea. And she was like, let's make a summer out of it. So here we are. It's kind of a fun little new series that we get to do with the Premier Playhouse.
Yeah. And so I'm wondering, how many more of these types and so forth, because I know that there's some pop-ups coming your way, etc. But will we be seeing, because you already talked about, some of the others from old Hollywood, the Rat Pack. So I'm wondering, is there going to be, let's put these two together. Is there going to be a Dean Martin, Marilyn Monroe show?
Honestly, that pairing would be top notch. I'd pay top dollar to see that. But yeah, especially with my sort of drag persona, Norma Dream, based off of Marilyn's original namesake, Norma Jean. It's definitely crossed my mind to sort of delve deeper into Marilyn as a person and sort of showcase that as well.
Yeah, and I just I could see that one too. I mean, I'm already looking forward to this.
Oh yeah.
Now you got my brain clicking. Remember to have Patrick back when he does this show too.
Exactly. I'll note you as co-producer as well.
Oh, there we go.
Because you gave the idea.
I will, and I will give plenty of pub beforehand. Not just hey, you got this show this weekend. We'll get you on earlier next time, perhaps.
Got you. It's all right.
Hint, hint, nod, nod. Yeah. It took us a while to get to this point. We were already back and forth a little bit. 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Yeah, and
time.
It finally comes to fruition, and I'm so glad that you're here to talk about this, talk about the talent, and to give us a great retrospect on two icons of American, not just American music, but American film as well. And any, different graphics and so forth that'll be playing during the show, any clips?
Yes. I've been toying with different ways to show their life without just having to tell it. Especially, I'm really whistly today. I have been really wanting for that intermission for it, of course, to be a time to kind of reset, relax, but also showcase what good work that they've done, and maybe even outside of film and TV and records, but really who they are as people, sort of like what we touched on with Frank paying for.
Yeah. Backtracks or piano or a combo?
I really loved the sound of huge brass bands and orchestras, which is which is really, especially with such an intimate, beautiful space, I really wanted it to fill the room and really transport you like you were seeing them in Las Vegas. You were seeing them at Frank and Judy at the Palace, you know?
Yeah.
So it will be tracks, but we're hoping to kind of elevate them a little bit more to where it feels like an experience.
Yeah. So who do you have as a crew?
So it's similar to Adele, just a little bit reversed. Coleman
and Casey,
yes. Coleman and Casey will be helping me out through the day. Casey will most likely be my emotional support, Adele, for the day, holding my hand, making sure I'm on time for my changes and stuff, giving me my drinks whenever I need them. And Coleman will be running the sound and light portion.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't remember whether we're going Friday. I thought we were going Friday night, but then I think we might be at Saturday night. Either way, it doesn't matter where you're going to perform this. I'm just really, really excited about this whole thing and this whole adventure, and the way that things like this are coming about. Are they calling this one of the passion projects, or just another part of TPP?
Yeah, it's a part of their summer series.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great summer then.
Oh,
Way to go out right before the official or the unofficial ending of summer with Labor Day. So,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It will be a nice little button, but who knows, you might see Adele or Frank and Judy very soon again.
I would okay. Now I'm really, really thinking. Adele with Frank.
Right.
Adele with Judy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Could be kind of fun. Yeah.
Yes. Looking forward to
Maybe
that.
give me a little bit more time to get ready too. In between.
So you also still planning on your typical career of being on stage with TPP and whomever comes a calling?
Yeah. TPP's season has definitely really called to me. Their productions are just stellar, and especially the ones as of recent, they've really just elevated Sioux Falls theater. So I really want to engage with that and really see where else we can kind of take it.
Yeah.
I previously was the assistant choreographer or co-choreographer and assistant director for Legally Blonde, which again was a fun experience.
Amazing
to be behind
show.
the table. Yeah, thank you. It was a fun experience, and that was, of course, a dream show, and I love the movie. But yeah, so getting to kind of perform and then maybe, who knows, go back behind the table again a little bit soon. But I like to kind of dip my toes everywhere I can. So.
All right. So again, Friday, Saturday this weekend.
Correct. Yep.
Friday night, you're at the
Myrtles.
They're calling it the Fur or something.
The full building, I believe, is Myrtles Fur Vault, or Speakeasy and Fur Vault, but down below,
downstairs. Part downstairs, and like I said, intimate. That's fun.
Yeah, full private bar, which is nice too. So
yes.
Oh yeah,
I recall from Adele.
Right, me too. I definitely took many
advantage
stops.
of it.
Yep.
And then Saturday scheduled at this point, you say?
Correct. So kind of depending on our the way the ticket sales flow, we might move over to Myrtles too for a little more intimate vibe. But
hoping so.
Yeah.
Just in case I do have Saturday tickets.
Yeah.
And showtime at 8?
Yes.
And
doors open at 7:30.
7:30. Even if you're at Myrtles, it's 7:30, or is it 7 so that you can go have food prior?
So the whole upstairs will be open too. So if you do arrive a little bit early and maybe want to eat before the show, don't eat during, they do have a full upstairs available too.
All right, fantastic. And tickets are very reasonable.
Oh yeah. I think like $12 before tax.
Exactly.
That's something Casey and I really wanted to make it
to focus on.
Super accessible for people.
Yeah.
I think with times right now, we really want to make everything accessible for people.
No need to say times, just say with gas, groceries.
Exactly. You reminded me, I need to go do that right
now. All right. As a past guest, you've already answered when you're not part of the entertainment scene stuff. So now you get a different one, and I'm loving this question of late.
Okay.
Yes. What will be the title of your autobiography, Patrick Simonsen?
Well, I hate to do a cop-out and say, fly me over the rainbow, but...
that wouldn't be. Yeah.
I would say, I mean, it's very similar to it, but it's a song that Judy also sings. It's called Chasing Rainbows. Which it's kind of a twist on Over the Rainbow, not like super nail on the head, but the message of it I think is kind of beautiful. And as being a queer man in a Midwestern city, you kind of every day you're chasing rainbows.
Right.
You're fighting for it.
Mine doesn't say rainbows in it, but I love this one right here. If you stop chasing your dreams, you've lost.
So is that your memoir?
Actually, it came from a voice coach.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So it's like, I like it. So you don't ever give up on the things that you love. All right. Patrick Simonsen, love you for coming in, man. Appreciate it so much.
Anytime.
And we'll be back to wrap up the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment. Whether you're catching a show or just hanging out with friends, Phil's Pub always feels like home. Tonight, August 20th, enjoy a free live show from traveling folk singer-songwriter Matt Cox at 7:30. Friday, August 28th, Phil's Friday brings Plastic Blow, Adam Fawcett, and Diaphane to the stage starting at 8 p.m. with $10 tickets at the door. Then September 11th, Matt D brings his Hard Luck Americana and Bad Man Ballads, no cover. And on September 18, Colin Donnelly brings his dark, raw blend of outlaw country and rock to Phil's, also free at 7. Plus, every Thursday, play Trap the Queen of Spades and help support community cats. Come on for the music. Stay for the Phil's vibes. See more at Phil's Facebook page.
It's a fresh new look for DaveHollyHour.com. Besides catching up on episodes, find Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment websites. See what Dave likes on the Dave's Faves page. Get more information about our wonderful sponsors. Check out the news and notes section to find out what past guests are up to, and sign up for our newsletter. It's all at your searching and surfing fingertips. DaveHollyHour.com.
Hey, Kevin, thinking about saving for retirement?
Yeah, but how do I start?
It's easy with Avo, a retirement coach. Let's learn the Avo bet. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
Huh, change up my strategy. Okay.
O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Never met a meal you didn't like. Here he is, Dave Holly.
Thanks again to my great guests, Nancy Tapken and Valerie Marsh and Patrick Simonsen. As we wrap up episode 333, we give out our Weekend Eve toast to Mother Nature, having provided us a bit of a respite from the sweltering heat this year. Here's our show pertinence show website, DaveHollyHour.com, where every episode available anytime. Show is also available on your favorite podcast platform. Email dave@DaveHollyHour.com. So thank you all for supporting local arts and for taking the time to download so many episodes. I encourage you to find your art. Find the art you enjoy. Find the art you're interested in trying, and we shall see you in the arts. As the Sioux Falls Arts Council says, together we art. As Arts South Dakota says, home is where the art is. As I say, put some art in your heart. Remember, my name is Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday.
The Dave Holly Hour has been brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Phil's Pub, your local dive with music for the people. Chaser's Food and Spirits, XL Chiropractic, and Quality Nails. Stay up to date on the show by following on Instagram and Facebook. All episodes available anytime at DaveHollyHour.com. The Dave Holly Hour is produced in the Dipsy Doodle Studios by Big D Entertainment.
Thanks for listening.